All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. In this one, we're going to be talking about how we were able to get some green out of the small cap markets today. So grab your popcorn, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump right into it. So remember, as usual, every day starts off with us checking the scanners, right? And shout out to Day Trade Dash. That's a scanner we've been using here as of recent. It's been fairly good, especially in pre-market, right? I'm finding that the running up, the small cap high of day momentum, and the penny high of day momentum scanners are the top ones when it comes to finding a stock moving up real time. We do have the halt scanner here as well as the gap scans, which are always helpful as well. So let's take it back to the beginning. We are up just over 1,000 today. If we're to come over to our account statements, you guys will see that our very first trades today came around 7 a.m. Tomorrow, I'm going to try my best to start the stream at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. That's the goal tomorrow. So we had NDRA, which was our first stock traded. NDRA. This one in pre-market around 7 a.m. We went from around, and actually before 7 a.m. started, right? This started at 6:58 a.m. And around 7 a.m. we kind of had this like chop and like sideways grind back down, which wasn't ideal. So we didn't really see action here up until 7:23, where it pushed up from 8 to 9. Very short-lived as well. Didn't really get to see continuation and consecutive green candles. And we then saw some action around 37 and then 45 really. I think right here is a little bit better. And kid you guys not, I'm watching this thing very closely here. And then I look over to the chat and I look back. We went from about 910 to about 970. So it was very fast, this green candle. And I kind of, missed the initial push. And then I tried from there. We had some chop. But, ultimately we walked away with a little something in pre-market on this one, and that was good. However, into the open, the stock got a little dicey, right? Got a little dicey. We had this massive range right here. I initially thought that it was going to be a good idea to wait patiently and then watch for an uptrend, perhaps breaking out of the channel here and continuing higher. Now, whilst we had a candle or two close above the pre-market highs, it still quite wasn't, good enough because we sadly broke right back down. So over these pre-market highs, we didn't continue here in this area. And that's part of the deal. It was a pretty wide range, low of 10, high of 1150. If you're wrong here a couple of times, you can be down pretty big pretty quickly. But NDRA did give us something, which was good. Now moving on to PROK, which was actually one of the hotter one. I think this was the stock today. Definitely was after giving this massive move. Now this was a 240% move to the highs of 346. Absolutely insane. And it's funny because I was on the live stream saying, you know what, I had a hard time capturing anything in this area here, which was essentially a 60% move. And I was telling the audience that it didn't really make sense for me to stick around anymore because it seems like if the train has left the station. But the stock did hold up this pullback, and this is where I left out. I left out right here. The stock did hold up that pullback, and you know what? It continued up some more. So from 189, and I did think we could see a dip below 2 and a reclaim of the level, or at least a retest of the level for a small trade. That turned out to be a great entry here for a continued push all the way to 280. Nice. But of course, you'd have to have the longer hold time and looking to hold through red candles such as this one, which went from 235 down to 207, which is sometimes very difficult to do in the moment. Now, I was up on this one 400 in pre-market, and that was around the 7 a.m. push, 7 a.m. spike. Started trading it above $1. And this thing took off from 1 to 150 to then 160. So this is where I made my money. I think some of the better trades came in this range. So I believe over like 120. So over this candle here was pretty good. And then we pushed up. So I then got back in for the VWAP pullback, although I could have used a little bit more size. I think this trade right here, we didn't really bottom ticket, but we're in fairly low. But we only had a couple hundred shares. This could have been one of our bigger trades on this one, from 118 to 144 to then 160. Into the open, because I was watching a different stock, I missed this initial red to green here, which I thought was key to position myself for the move to come. So I was late to the show. Let's get this thing in like a better view here. There we go. I was late to the show, missing this area, and then we got halted up. Okay, great. Can we see the dip and rip? I'm in here for the dip and rip low, and I get chopped out. It goes without me. Not ideal, man. Sometimes it's hard to capture them, and I missed I missed the entry there. I think the second time we didn't really have an entry. Now from there we're already at 180, so it's moving quick. It pulled back to 152, and I tried buying the false halt down here. I was in 155, 156, 154, somewhere there, and I ultimately didn't hold the position long enough. Stopped out at 52, and the halt down I think was 54 initially. So we made a new low by 1 or 2 cents. I stopped out. I tried buying back for this candle, but didn't have size, and made just about 10 cents or just 500 shares. And, my share size was really small because I was scaling into the dip here. So I basically missed this move into, this big push here into the halt up, and it resumed, and I didn't have any entries all the way till about 2:33. I'm like, man, you know what? This thing has left the station. The train has left the station. So I basically missed from 120 to, basically like 150. I'm here at 150 and missed it to then, 233. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to just lock it in because I've missed so much of it. Ideally, you would have wanted to double or even triple the day with this nice move. So if I'm missing it, it just seems like, man, at this rate, I'm just chasing. So I left out in this pullback here, and I did think there was a chance it could curl back up, so maybe I could have stuck around longer, but didn't want to overstay. And looking back, it curled up nicely, and hopefully you guys were able to get something. Yeah, so got to lock it in sometimes, But for those of you sticking around, hopefully you got a little something out of it. Yeah, 346, maybe this one holds up and can be a swing trade move. Swing trade opportunity. I mean, look at this, right? Basically double bottom right here. A breakdown, got back over the level, and maybe we see a new high of day. But, for me at this point, I'm not here trading it, so I'm not going to try to start trading it again. I would have needed to be here capitalizing on all these opportunities if I'm going to still be here right now. Being that that's not the case, I'm locking it in. So that was PROK. And then lastly, we had BSLK, which this one was pretty decent after the open. No trades pre-market because the move happened before 7 a.m. But after the open, we did have some nice opportunities here. I saw it a little closer to the VWAP, so I was a little late. I think I might have gotten a little bit of an entry on this pullback here. And as the 1 minute candle made the new high, it pushed up and pushed up. I could have definitely took a little bit more size, but now coming into the stock, wanted to make sure that it was good. And from there, we did we did a great job, and we bottom ticked these two candlesticks down here, and that curled up nicely into some new highs. Then we had a bigger 1 minute pullback and flag before a massive breakout over 4. We honestly Should have done a little bit better here, I think, maybe with size. Maybe size is the thing. Let's see. 958. Why did we not make more than 500? Did we capture anything after in the 958 candlestick? So 957, 956. Let's see. Trying for break of 3, not break of 4 rather, not quite getting it. So we're in at 71. And what is this? Just 2,000 shares. We're out at 85. Maybe selling a little too early in some of these. But anyhow, it's 85, 86, 92, and 405. Let's see. We tried getting back in. Didn't work here. We tried lower. All those small size. And so look at this trade here was excellent, but our size was too small. Yeah, so this ended up being a size issue here because we're in at 92. We're out at 03, and then at 19, and then at 23. But the position is too small. So as we're scaling out, we're not really getting to see much of it. But this is a pretty solid trade nevertheless. Back in at 42, out at 50. I mean, well, not really. Most of the shares got filled 44. That's kind of tough. And let's see. 25 to 48. So again, my share size was the issue. And some of the trades I'm trying to scale into the pullback to not be too aggressive. That way I can not get blazed on the dip, which was the adjustment for today. And I think, we need to keep that adjustment moving forward, which is to just, this is a rule I've had for a while, but sometimes you can forget things, right? Just take it easy in the pullback, man. Size down and give yourself more longevity because at the end of the day, nobody knows the bottom. And if you're being aggressive for that quick bounce, you can get caught up a couple times before you get it. And then when you do get it, you're only coming back to where you were. And if you have too many losses, you're still at a net negative. So I think that was the key there. But yeah, I think BSLK was the one BSLK is the one that I did the best on in the open. PROK was the best I did in pre-market. But this one was actually the strongest during the open. And this one I connected the best on, but needed more size. So, it's another day where maybe I'd say we did well, but there's things to improve on. I thought yesterday was a good day, despite the losses at the end. Today, an even better day after the adjustments. Tomorrow, we have to make the improvement again to get to that top-notch level, But yeah, that'll do it. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Remember, if you want to check out the community, you always can. If you want to check out the scanners, you can. Those links are down below. Even when the live stream is over, the chat room will still be going. And you guys can see here, the chat room is still pumping. All right. Still live. And maybe pumping is not the best word because of how bad that sounds, right? In relation to the market. Let's use the word jumping. We still have traders like Tim here. It's 1 p.m. Tim is still, talking about his trades and his positions. Guys, if you want to join the chat room, feel free to check us out. If you want to see how the guys like Tim are still doing, because I know he doesn't upload to YouTube. You have some of the bigger team house traders, some of the students here. Check us out. Join the chat room today. Do not delay. The link is down below. Hope you guys are getting some green. Hold it down. The recap is done. Okay. And for anyone else, you can always take it a step further and check out the course if you're a student, or let's just say if you're someone who's looking to become a student of the game here of trading and you're looking to learn how to trade. Merciless Markets is the day trading services that we have here that goes from 0 to advanced. All right, you guys can feel free to check out the website, go through everything, see what it comes with, right? Things like the live trading archive library, weekly Q&As, everything, tutorials, scanners, so much more, right? You guys can always feel free to check us out at any day, at any time, okay? You guys can check us out. But yeah, also our Spanish course is coming soon, and we have some other updates coming as well, okay? We are working on our own metrics software. Pretty soon, we're sending TraderView where it belongs, to the depths. And let's see, PR okay. You know, look at this gap right here. This definitely gives me a little bit of FOMO because, this looks good. I mean, this is a massive move for anyone who held the halt from 313 to 360 resumption. And maybe this keeps going, right? Maybe we hold above 350 here and this game can start to maybe uptrend some more. Is it a day to stick around? Maybe it was, but because I've already left, if I'm to come back now and lose money, I think I'll feel worse than how I'd feel making more. I don't know. It's one of these things, right? It's one of those things. It's one of those things, but hopefully this does set the trend here for the rest of the week for us to see hotter momentum. I think that's the number one thing above all else is, can this stock here be the stock to set the trend for hot momentum throughout the open after 9:30 for the rest of the week? All right. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys later. It's been RT, your favorite day trading YouTuber. I've knocked Ross out of the number one spot. So hit that thumbs up. I'll catch you guys later.